Fala galera, estamos começando mais um episódio da série Divinity Original Sin 2, né? No episódio passado a gente saiu do Forte da Felicidade e chegamos aqui naquele navio, a Dama Vingadora, né? Eu acho. Ó, Dama Vingadora. E a gente conheceu aquela Malady, né? Dá uma explorada aqui.
So close to escaping.
Ixi, o cara morreu, ó. Aquele que a gente ajudou a se recuperar.
I remember this one. His name was Caban. His friend's sword couldn't save him, it would appear.
Deliver us from terror. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from... Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive. The ship won't sail. We had orders to search every corner of it and figure out what's blocking us. It's hewn from elven livewood. I thought I could communicate with it, but...
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled within it. Fragments of scorched bone.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment. Just remember what I said, Godwoken. If you die, then this was all for nothing. Nothing. The ship is livewood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must have done something, warped it somehow. I just don't know what.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a despondent angle.
Thank you. We were held captive together on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Now he's dead.
Vamos ver que eu consigo pegar o que tem aqui.
Blessings to all.
Dá uma olhada aqui.
You sense a great whirl of energy object, and what lies inside are in your hands. As you stretch your hand towards the jar, you absorb the...
Caralho, morreu a galera quase toda, né?
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a prop.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken, after all.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Very glad indeed.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive. Apparently, you didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive. Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice. Yes, we certainly had better, but the ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue. Quite expedient, isn't it? Dallis seems to have made a ship out of an ancestor tree, then found a way to bind the spirit within to her. That means only she can control it. Unless we can find a way to break the bond.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. They kind of like to feel useful, don't they? Hopefully, you'll never have to find out.
Hey, stranger. Glad to see you. No Reds in the offing yet. Don't imagine they'll stay gone, though.
You made it, Godwoken. Good. Not all of us did, though. The sooner we leave this island behind us, the better.
Our survival hinges on getting this ship moving, Godwoken. We are searching every corner of it for anything that might help us.
Look who we have here. You were on the ship as well, weren't you? The one that sank. I wouldn't have bet tuppence on your survival. It is quite a tale, I assure you. And the upshot of it all is that I've accomplished a goal on this horror. But of course, first you must know that I'll give you a moment to let you have no doubt heard the tales of certain setbacks that befell me. It was then, forced as I was to wander, but the voice spoke from too great a distance, too faintly to be understood. Yet I had to understand. Somehow I searched this island for a dreamer, one of the mystics of my kind that can travel the dream world at will, as if it were another realm, just as... And so I met with Bahara in the sanctuary of Amardia. We raced through dream wastes, beset by nightmares. It turns out it was that of Brahmos the Wanderer, the greatest and most elusive dreamer of them all. He desires that I should meet him, somewhere on Reaper's Coast. And meet him I shall.
This boat's a treasure. Dallis wouldn't know what to do with her.
Find a way to get this ship moving. We can't let the Magisters catch up with us. We're too weak to fight them again.
Good to feel the rolling of the waves. I might actually get a good night's sleep. Let's team up, you and me. What do you say?
He drags a coat.
Oh, please don't stare. It's tiresome.
If you must know, there is an excavation site at the Black Pits on Reaper's Coast. I go to seek answers. The only treasure worth digging for. I was investigating a site where several artifacts of my people have been found. Some were even intact. Alas, I was not the only one there. Those red-robed idiots were scurrying about too, trampling precious clues under their ignorance. They caught me when I failed to correctly respond to their questions, and dragged me here. Still, it's good to be on the move again. They simply asked me what I was doing there, and I simply told... I may have used the phrase pathetic mortals. Come to damn fools. The faster we leave them behind, the... Is that so? Perhaps I need to travel to the Black Pits oil field, near Reaper's Coast. Given how well you handled yourself in Fort Joy, So, how about it? I travel with you, and aid you in your very... Really? Really? Better off... There's no accounting for taste,
Melody says if we can get the ship to move, we can go home.
All that fighting will be worth less than nothing if we can't get this tub moving.
She's made, damn it.
The silent monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight in the eyes. She seems eager for you to say something. The silent monk leans from one foot to the other. He seems eager to...
I'll be honest, I wasn't sure you had it in you.
An amused expression crinkles the crow's feet at Iffin's greying temples. His face looks...
Nice to meet another so-called Godwoken. I'm gonna hunt down my old pack leader and find some answers. The Lone Wolves have been tasked with killing Godwoken. I'm Godwoken. Say, on the way there I could use someone to watch my back. And it looks like you could use someone to watch yours. Like I said, suit you.
Doing? You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship. You need to trust the ship. It knows what it's doing. It dances to the tune. It goes la 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 la, or something like that. It's pretty catchy, but I can't remember how it goes. Good thing Dallas had that book, eh? Oh, she opened it and looked at the mark. All right. Go to the nose bit of the ship, open the book, look at the markings inside it, sing the song. That's always ended for me anyway.
to these doors I'm not seeing. But what?
Allies for hire.
Hey! You're here! Pretty nice boat, eh? We got an upgrade. There's got to be another way to get it going, but we can't find a way into Dallis's room. Maybe you can see something with...
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection. The wood groans and creaks. For a moment, you swear a face appears in the wood. A face tortured and tormented, a sick... The face vanishes. The door remains closed. It seems you need more than a...
Speak to me if you're looking for hired help. I've got good fighters of every stripe. They know how to keep their mouths shut too, as long as there's gold. So, what'll it be?
I've spotted something.
A young woman shifts her weight between her feet, as though swaying her hips to an imaginary beat. She rubs her forehead, her face tight with concern. Her eyes roll up to meet yours, their great black pupils, greater and blacker than seem natural, expanding further as they take you in.
Hey, it's you! Well, 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 we meet again. They told me you'd mosey your way down here eventually. Malady, the Seekers. They said you and I had something in common. That we're... well, we're... Is it true? You're like me? Well, kind of. You know about my, situation, right? Right, exactly. I thought it was, well, nothing. More of the same, a sprite, a spirit. Malady said I should have met one of the gods when I had my vision in the Hall of Echoes, but I didn't. I met... it. I know. It's really... I don't know what this thing is, but I'm gonna get it the hell out of my head and make it sorry it ever came. What's your deal? Harder than it ought to be, isn't it? You know, I never was much of a solo artist. Want to find out what comes next? You know, together? Sure. Whatever suits you. Probably better for you in the end anyway. I'm not always anyway.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees you draw near.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the bloody Divine himself.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above me head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price. No, they had us down below, chained up in the dark. But maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks. But I swear I heard chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free, it was empty. Big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The Hammer won't stand for that. She'll be hunting for us.
The Seeker throws a toxic look at the...
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie her to the main mast and use her for arrow practice. But Malady wants her alive for now. Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold. And all right then, just... I'll keep an eye on the Red until the cage is locked again.
A young Magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions, elf. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance. The Magister's stare hardens into...
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence... Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the Divine. Prisoner or not, I warned you not to touch.
Re, calma. Astúcia e destreza, né?
If it were up to me, you'd be
A young
swinging.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence. Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Vengeance. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance. The
Magister Ranley.
Aí
Get away
complica,
from
né?
him, sorcerer. That's the Divine. All right.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells. A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope. Bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his beardless cheek. Unconscious, he looks more boy than bishop. The gem sits heavily in your pouch.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Can't you say anything else? Bloody Magisters.
My. Look, you were on that luckless lot of timber that met with one tentacle too many, weren't you? Oh, but you've come a long way. Rather boring, sometimes, to travel by oneself. We could
See where, by all means, I'm not going anywhere.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent. The wood groans and creaks. For a moment, the face vanishes. The anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you and waits. A shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe. All of a sudden...
No and... I am summoned. Speak the password. Yes, and yes again. The word...
I hope you found something or someone useful.
You saw what I could not. It seems Malady is quite right.
Just one more moment, please.
Mare, como é cara.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap and turns his full attention to you.
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks? Armor? Such a limiting word, but yes, Dallis has been keeping me prisoner here. But I try to keep working on my own projects when I can. Why torture? What else?
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the skin is withered and discolored, as if it were...
She used some form of domination device on me, forcing my hands to do her bidding, and I've ruined them in the process. I have particular skills that she sought. Healing, crafting, and more arcane magical practices. She had me enchant a dead cat, for instance, so it would seem alive.
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his withered forearm, his eyes on you the whole time.
But that damn contraption that she used on me seems to have fogged my memory. The rest is a blur. No! Necromancy is an unsavory practice, not something to be trifled with lightly. This is but a cunning illusion of my own creation, nothing more.
His face abruptly creases into a smile.
But come now, enough of Dallis and dead cats. You've taken this ship and granted my freedom. This is a happy moment. How about you tell me something of yourself? I'd like to know just who my valiant rescuers are. You undersell yourself. The roster of those who stood up to them, I ought to continue what I'm doing here. Unless there was anything else. Trust me. Convenient is the last word I'd use to describe the experience. Pass me that copper wire there, would you?
He takes the copper with a nod of gratitude. His sleeve slips back, above his elbow. In its crook, you see part of a tattoo. A pattern of concentric circles rendered in black.
Perhaps my memory will come back with time. But for now, I'm afraid there's little more I can add. I'm doing my utmost to be civil to you, under rather trying circumstances. Why must you push me like this? I'm more than a sum of my parts friend, indeed. But I fear you might have come to the wrong calculation about me. How about you just let this matter rest?
He takes your hand in his gauntlet-clad fist and shakes it. There's a lot more power in his grip.
Call me Tarquin, and consider me at your service. We're barely acquainted. Why should I tell you anything personal?
A flicker of hesitation crosses Tarquin's face. He glances down to his wasted limbs.
You're most persistent. Perhaps our past will pit us both against the hammer. We will see. But don't claim me as an ally just yet. My allies tend to die. I must admit, despite what she did to me, I can't help but admire her a little. The woman, so if you should cross paths again, be sure to leave her broken. You will not get another chance. There's likely not a soul aboard this ship without secrets they'd rather keep hidden. Why should I face more scrutiny than the rest?
Pyramid. What on Riverlon is this for? Or victims. Another pyramid. I've spotted something.
Back, Quackers! Our shield has gone mad!
What script is this? Whatever it is, it appears to be written in verse.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were taking a shine to me. You're hardly out of my presence lately.
Acho que eu peguei. Achei uma melhor, hein? Ela tem mais 2 de destreza e mais uma distância. Ainda tem caixa, tem. Amigo, eu vou. Destreza, proximidade da guerra. Pera aí, deixa eu salvar aqui. Testar aqui essas runas. São mais 9. Botar aqui. Depois eu posso extrair. Mas eu perco não. Não tá show demais. Deixa eu ver aqui. Olha as runas. Gerenciar runa. Ó, movimento, armadura, vitalidade, evasão e precisão, né? Precisão acho que nem... Deixa eu ver aqui o negócio.
If I didn't know any better, I think you were taking a shine
Ele
to
tem
me.
umas
You're hardly
runas
out of my
melhores.
presence lately.
Ó, essa aqui é chance de crítico, né? Tá. Será que eu não consigo vir aqui pelo outro lado?
For security.
Ai, que saco. Tá, acho que talvez dê pra passar com a pirâmide ou com um salto, né? E aqui eu botei os negócios. Ó, tem um balde aqui, pronto. Joga a cadeira em cima. É, aí tá difícil. Não dá. Aqui dá. Amigo, vai fazer... Eita, fica muito pesado. Vou botar aqui peso. Bota esses quadros aqui.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were taking a shine to me. You're hardly out of my presence lately.
There you are. I was just thinking of you. Naughty lizards. Then I suppose that rune on the figurehead was a slave scar. This tone must be the song that controls. Well done. Go on then. Sing it to the figurehead and get her to sail.
Her eyes suddenly flash a bright...
Please spare me. We need to move. Don't mistake me. Sing the song. Take control of the ship.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs bared at the open sea. The deck beneath you groans and trembles, like the ship itself is awaking from a slumber. A deep sigh emerges, unmistakably the sound of a living being.
You are not the witch. You are not Dallis. You sang the song. Now you must decide my fate. Are you to be my new master? You honor me to embrace me as kin, despite my mutilation. I thank you, but I cannot be free again. Not truly. I am a vessel, and must be guided. Let me take you wherever you ask. I am here to serve in all ways. I see you, brother, but I do not see myself. I was once an elf. That much I know. Then I passed and grew into an ancestor tree in a beautiful forest of our kin. That time has passed. I saw that forest reduced to a dead place. Then I was taken away. My memories were lost, like the leaves from my branches. Thanks to the great calamity of our people, the Magisters. They tainted our soil with death fog and uprooted the sacred ancestor trees. They tore me apart and turned me into this monstrosity. Of course, wherever there is sea, I will endeavor to bring you. Consult with your companions and set a course.
The ship's awake. Good. Is she ready to sail?
A slow, toothless smile stretches
to driftwood, then. It must set forward.
With the sun on their backs and the wind in their sails, the God-woken watched Fort Joy shrink behind them. But their capture of the Lady Vengeance had not gone unnoticed.
I respect your mettle, soldiers. You steal my ship, kill my bishop, and ally with demons. But you have no idea what you're really dealing with.
We are ready, mistress.
Yes, but are they?
I swear, mistress. I swear they'll perform admirably.
Very well. Show me. Goodbye, sorcerers.
My ship. I won't see taken from under my feet. You act!
Caralho.
Oh, for the love of the void. Listen up. You can't win this one, but I can get us to safety. You'll need to buy me time. Show us what you can do, Godwoken.
Godwoken? Parasites, rather.
I'll take care of it, mistress. Let's see how it suits you.
Stop that elf! Her sorcery must be silenced!
I can't contain it for long.
again, Dallis.
It's attacking! Evasive maneuvers, Crackers!
Não fuja não.
That burning. It's like a bomb in my belly, ready to burst.
Come! We must retreat!
With the help of the half-demon Malady, the Godwoken escaped through the veil that separates life from death.
The air here has a familiar smell, like the place you grew up. Old memories begin to well within you, but the sweet-sour smell of decay suddenly punctures them. A faint creaking sounds in the distance.
Is that a tree? What's hanging from it? Must be a way across.
Peraí, deixa eu salvar, né? Porque
Dallis, the gods, are they dead? How can this be?
Tight coils wrap Dallis from head to foot. His still face is set to a glowering sneer. As he regains consciousness, Dallis frees an arm from the tendrils that bind him. He clutches at the coil.
Curse these snakes! Curse these binds! The others too? Am I the first to wake? It doesn't matter. There is no time. It struck even here, in these halls. Invisible it creeps. It is here. The cosmic spider ever weaving its... The void is coming for us gods. Coming to drink us dry of our powers. We stand no chance. Not here. Yes. I, the god. Soon the seven will be nothing but morsels in the Unless you do as I bid you. You have already set loose some of the powers locked within you. But there is a great well of possibility. You cannot stop until you ascend to the highest heights of your... You cannot stop until you become divine. Like Lucian, you will be called to unite the powers of the seven against the void. Like Lucian, you will lead our proud people to preeminence. But unlike Lucian, your weakness will not lead you to foolish failure. Either a new divine rises, or the world falls prey to the void. One of the Godwoken must become the new divine. You are my champion. So set off in pursuit of divinity. But you are an undefeated Godwoken. Now hurry.
Hush, it's here.
Run! Go!
White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are frozen to the spot. The burning cold pumps through you like a...
What's happened here? Where is everyone?
Caralho, o bicho ali foi... Não, amigo, velho, que... O bicho ali foi foda, viu? Soltou os meteoros, matou geral. Cadê o povo?
Not a soul down here. Just stillness.
A galera tá... Ixi, a galera toda.
Ivan's spirit stares at you, seemingly through you. There is neither affection nor blame in his expression. He gives no... Ivan's eyes flicker rapidly from side to side, as if trying to take in... He whispers, Kleku Duma, over and over, and suddenly you seem to... Then, before your eyes, his spirit dissolves into the sound, that you could hear, for now...
I still hear it. It's still there. It'll never leave...
She clenches her ghostly fists and sets her jaw.
Find it. Destroy it. Make it leave me be.
It's so cold. What happened? I just remember... Oh no. No, that can't be right. This... Wonderful! What a fascinating experience! And no more having to watch from the shadows. No more having to walk...
The skeleton pulls a notebook from the folds of his robes and starts scribbling. As you walk away, you... Sabile's spirit watches your approach like a spectator on a beach watches the waves roll in with a soothing inevitability.
There we have it, don't we, dear? The final die has been cast and it's come up one. You have what you hope for. Forsake me now. Go hence and from death.
Caraca, a galera todinha morreu.
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go. There's no time. I can't hold us here. Brace yourself. A lot.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
Solid ground materializes beneath your feet. Your weight falls back into your body all at once, and bright sunlight stings your eyes. As your eyes adjust, you realize you're still aboard the Lady Vengeance. A gust of fresh sea air caresses you, and warm sunshine prickles your skin.
One moment, please.
Malady explodes in a fit of retching that racks her body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny and silver onto the...
Better. Let's not do that again anytime soon. Well, we needed to escape, didn't we? So I took us the one place I was quite certain. I suppose you recognized the Hall of Echoes from those visions you'd had before. Realm of the Dead. I do hope you learned something useful on our little field trip. Desperate how? I see. So, your god seemed uncharacteristically frightened, told you the void was coming, and that only you could... Well then.
She inspects her fingernails with great attention, then looks up at you from under an arched eye.
Did they mention how you were meant to become the next divine? Oh, what confidence you. Luckily for you, Mama Malady is here to help. We already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see source nor take it as you see fit. I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that any godwoken worth their salt will know how to perform all these. You need to go see the Meister. Oh, she's got one of those things in Driftwood, you know, the building where people go and they do things inside of it. Home. Give me your map. There you are. Tell her I sent you and she'll... You're at the beginning of a long journey, Godwoken. Long, but now. I must be going. And so must you. Shopping. Why, our faithful little sloop, of course. We can all ride together before you go. If I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. And in the unlikely case you don't manage to do whatever it is you'll need to do to become what you need to become, you could...
Damn it, is nowhere safe! Red-robed lunatics at sea, those void-woken seedlings in the swamp, it all points... What if it's too late, What if the Knights of Dre are too far ahead in their plans? At least here, our shield's ignorance can be forgiven, Quercus. The Knights of Dre do not... You know their order, my friend. Mystic Squirrel Knights. Swarm...
The squirrel absent-mindedly runs a paw over Quercus's spine. The air fills with the sound of soft, dusty purring.
They plan to inherit the everlasting forest once the acorn drops, and the world is rid of all giants. I don't know. I am trying, of course. But how does one battle up? The Knights of Dre are a dangerous, dangerous order. Lunatics. A single-minded together, Quercus. We can develop some magic to save us from the Great Acorn if our shield can keep us alive. Yes, it has done an admirable job so far. But does it understand that we could be wiped out at any moment? Does it understand? Trust. Well, yes, of course I trust you, Quercus. You're different.
The squirrel reaches out and touches your ankle, sending a hot flush rippling through your body. Your mind's up.
Now, listen carefully, shield. If the shield can hold up its end of the bargain, we might just have a chance...
Beleza, galera, vamos ficando por aqui com esse episódio. Se gostou, deixa um like, compartilha aí. Valeu!